Newburyport Media would like to thank the following sponsors without whom the coverage of high school sports would not be possible. Institution for Savings, who also sponsors the Player of the Game. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant. Pentucket Medical. Appleton Eye Associates. Newburyport 5-cent Savings Bank.
We can see the planes coming in and out of
Port City Sandwich Company.
Close to the airport down here. And it's kind of neat.
And Nick's Pizza, who also is the Feed the Crew sponsor. Port Media greatly appreciates their support. If you are interested in sponsoring local programming, contact me, Sarah Hayden, at 978-961-0350.
Clippers are about ready to receive the kickoff, the opening kickoff, and the playoffs are just about underway here in Bedford. The Newburyport Clippers against the Bedford Buccaneers. And the kickoff is high and around and picked up right around the 20-yard line by the Clippers. Pacheco at the 25, and he gets taken down right around the 25-yard line. So Jonathan Pacheco getting the return for the Clippers, and that's going to be 1st and 10 for Newburyport. They are going to be starting the ball out. Well, let's see. They'll spot it at the Newburyport 24-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Newburyport. Yeah, I remember, I've been, thinking about this playoff system all season long, and now that it's finally in place, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, so far, I mean, we've got a lot of local teams qualifying, which is nice.
All right, there's the snap. Shea rolls to his right, puts the ball up in the air. It is incomplete. The ball comes down right around the 50-yard line, a little too far for Jonathan Pacheco to catch up with. So it's going to be a second down play coming up for the Newburyport Clippers. 2nd and 10 with the ball at the Newburyport 24-yard line, just underway.
Yeah, they tried to stop and run on that one. Pacheco stopped, and then he paused, and he took off deep, but the throw was just overthrown by Shea.
Our facilities here in Bedford, we're out in the open, all natural.
Yeah, at least it's not raining. We're lucky there.
Oh, yeah, very happy for that.
My papers flew all over the place during the national anthem. Fortunately, one of the spectators here picked them up for me.
Yeah, it was a beautiful national anthem sung live. All right, there's the snap on 2nd and 10 as Shea rolls to his left, still with the ball, and he gets taken down, maybe a loss of about a yard. Looks like he didn't have anybody on his left side to throw to, so it's going to be a 3rd down play coming up for Newburyport with 10:28 to go here in the first quarter. Just a little reminder, you can tell your friends if they'd like to follow us on Twitter for the football game. It's at WNBP Sports with an S at the end, at WNBP Sports. That's the Twitter handle. It is going to be, it looks like no loss on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Clippers with the ball at their own 24-yard line. 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Mike Shea under center, quarterback goes back, and he hands the ball off on the draw, and the Clippers run the ball straight ahead. It could be close to a first down, if not an actual first down. It's like Trevor Bradbury.
Yeah, nice draw play on that one, and Bradbury picked up 12 yards.
So that spots the ball at the Newburyport 36-yard line with 9:42 to go here in the first quarter of play, just underway. So the way the playoff system works, you win, you stay in the playoffs. If you lose, you drop down into the non-playoff schedule. Everybody still plays every weekend for the next 3 weekends, counting this one, and then you have your Thanksgiving Day game. 1st and 10 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 34-yard line. Another draw play, this time to Bradbury, who jumps over everybody, and he gets the ball up to about the 45-yard line. Might be another first down. See where they spot it.
I think he's going to be just a little bit short. 9-yard pickup. You're at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 1.
So the Clippers being able to get some offense going early on in this drive. They've picked up one first down, and they're just less than a yard away from a second first down. Pacheco's lining up wide on the left side. Over on the near side, split out wide, is Ethan Northey. All right, there's the snap. Shea rolls to his right. He gets chased, puts the ball up in the air. It's a floater, and it goes out of bounds. He was under a lot of pressure from the Bedford defense, so it's going to be third and less than a yard for Newburyport with the ball spotted at about the Newburyport 45-yard line with 8:32 to go in the first quarter. No score.
Yeah, it's good pressure by Bedford that time, and Shea didn't really have a chance. He had rolled out and just had to throw the ball away.
All right, Pacheco leaves the field for Newburyport as Shea comes on.
This is almost a situation. You can almost do a quarterback sneak. They got about length of the football, but you probably see Bradbury here. Unless, is Guthrow lined up in the backfield yet? I can't see.
It looks like Green. There's the pitch out over to Bradbury on the near side. He's got the first down, and he's to the 45 and taken down just shy of the 40-yard line.
Another first down.
Yeah, the other back on that lineup was Peter Green. So it's 8:24 to go in the first quarter play. Newburyport has the ball at the Bedford 41-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10. So second first down for the Newburyport Clippers on this drive.
So the Bedford 41, 1st and 10.
Drew Bordeaux in the slot on the left side. You have Green and Bradbury are the backs in the I formation. There's the snap, and fumble! Who picks it up? Bedford picks up the ball. Robert McDonald picked up the fumble for the Newburyport Clippers as they handed the ball off, and just as they hit the line of scrimmage, the ball popped loose, and McDonald covered it up, and he was able to bring it back just a couple of yards, and on the turnover, the Bedford Buccaneers pick it up, and they have it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. So 7:53 to go in the first quarter of play, and the Bedford Buccaneers are going to be getting their first drive going here. So a sudden stop for the Newburyport Clippers. All right, let's see what the Bedford Buccaneers can do. So they have the backs in the I formation. And there's the handoff, and they run over on the near side. The ball gets handed off over to Olin Abner and Trevor Bradbury on the stop.
Pick up about 1 yard to be 2nd and 9. Good job by Bradbury to tackle Abner on that play.
All right, 7:28 to go in the first quarter of play. And the backs again in the I formation. Bedford runs a lot. See what they do here. There's the quarterback, rolls over to the right, puts it up in the air. Pass is complete at the 40, the 35, and taken out of bounds. So the quarterback, Joe Zampel, made the pass complete to Robert McDonald, who picks up the first down. They'll spot it at the Newburyport 35-yard line.
17-yard pickup on that play and a first down.
7:07 to go in the first quarter of play, no score. Joe Zampel showed that he could get those short passes in there. And it looks like McDonald's got some speed. There's a pass out in the flat. Oh, it's a loose ball, and it's picked up by the receiver, Abner, and he covers it up, so they lose a little bit of yardage there. The ball's going to get spotted at the Newburyport 30. Nope. They put it down at the 37. Loss of a
2-yard loss.
2-yard loss. Olin Abner, one of the backs. Which reminds me, tomorrow, Rich, is Sadie Hawkins Day, Little Abner.
Oh, all right.
Little Abner. Amesbury. See, it all ties it together. 6:18 to go in the first quarter. Backs are split. There's a pickup by Abner. He fumbled the ball, but it bounced right to his hands.
Well, there's a lucky bounce there as the ball bounced right back up to him after he dropped the pitch out. He picked it up and picked up some good yardage. He picked up 12 yards down to the, let me see. Picked up 7 yards. 7 yards.
And that puts the ball at the Newburyport 30-yard line with 5:56 to go in the first quarter of play. No score here at Bedford High School. First round of the MIAA playoffs. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Buccaneers. Bedford, 3 backs. They send one, moves over a little bit. There's the snap. And the handoff to Abner. He runs left. He has the first down. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in for the score.
Abner.
Olin Abner with a 30-yard touchdown run. And Bedford goes up 6-0 with 5:26 to go in the first quarter of play. So I guess Olin Abner is somebody we have to keep our eye on today.
That was 40 yards, wasn't it? 40-yard run? Yeah.
40, okay. Well, we get set for the extra point. There's the snap. It's up high. They get the ball down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So it's 7-0 with 5:26 to go in the first quarter of play. Bedford with the lead over the Newburyport Clippers. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live in the Legends, WNBP.
Deep from Newburyport, number 6, Dave Bordeaux. Number 10, Jonathan Pacheco.
Tigers have a 7-0 lead over the Newburyport Clippers here at Bedford High School. First round of the MIAA playoffs. So Bedford is going to be kicking it off. And back to receive for Newburyport is Pacheco. He's on the near side. On the far side is Drew Bordeaux. And the kick, it's an end-over-end kick picked up at the 20-yard line by the Clippers. And they get the ball up to about the 35. And that was Trevor Bradbury who was able to pick up that ball. So far, Bradbury's had a very active game with 5:17 to go here in the first quarter. He's made a couple of good defensive stops, and he's had a couple of good offensive plays.
Yeah, that was the 30-yard run when I was looking at the back of the marker instead of the front of the marker. So the Clippers got the ball on their own 34-yard line now.
And it's going to be 1st and 10. As Mike Shea brings the play in from the sideline, he has Green and Bradbury are the backs. 5:17 to go in the first quarter of play. Newburyport 1st and 10. There's the snap, and they hand it off to Bradbury, who tries to run into the middle, but he found no room over there. He was stopped by Robert McDonald. And it's going to be a second down play coming up for Newburyport. 2nd and 10 with the ball at their own 34-yard line.
Clippers moved the ball pretty good their first time, except for the fumble.
And it looks like the Bedford Buccaneers, the hands are a little slippery today. They've bobbled the ball around a little bit.
Yeah, it happened just before his touchdown, and he was lucky the ball bounced right back to him.
All right, 2nd and 10 for Newburyport at their own 34-yard line. Shea pitches it out on the left side over to Bradbury. Bradbury's at the 40, and he's taken down over the 45-yard line. And it looks like they'll spot the ball at about the 48-yard line, 47 to 48. First down for Newburyport. 4:25 to go in the first quarter of play. That's their third first down so far.
All running. They're 0 for 2 passing. Bradbury's got 49 yards and 5 carries.
So it looks like they have the ball spotted at the Newburyport 47-yard line. Clippers trailing 7-0. They have 2 receivers split off to the left and 2 on the right. Single back, that's Green. There's the snap. Shea throws to the near side, and it's right off the fingertips of Jonathan Pacheco. It was down around the 48-yard line. He could not get up or catch up to that ball. So 3:57. Yeah, the weather tonight feels a little damp. And the wind has died down from earlier today. 2nd and 10 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 47-yard line. 3:57 to go in the first quarter of play. Single back, that's Bradbury. As Shea takes the snap and he hands it off to Bradbury, who tries to run it up the middle again, but nothing there.
Yeah, they defensed that really well that time on the draw play. No room for Bradbury to go anywhere. Be 3rd and 10.
Well, Bradbury was able to make some good yardage on that first couple of times, but I think Bedford has been able to find out how to defense that.
Actually lost a yard on the play.
So that'll make it 3rd and 11 with the ball at the Newburyport 46-yard line. Hats off to the Newburyport cheerleaders. They made the trip down here. 3:15 to go in the first quarter of play. Newburyport trailing 7-0. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. Shea takes the snap, rolls to his right, puts it up in the air, and it's incomplete.
Almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted. It went right through the, bounced off the hands of one of the Bedford defenders. So it's going to be 4th and 11 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 47. And a punting situation. Brandon Trago is back to punt. And the deep man is Michael Hayes for Bedford. There's the punt, a nice one, and it bounces right around the 30-yard line, and it's going to roll to a stop at the Bedford 25. 2:51 to go in the first quarter of play. The score is Bedford 7, Newburyport nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live in the Legends, WNBP. First and 10 for the Bedford Buccaneers as they pitch the ball out. And Olin Abner runs around on the left, and he picks up enough for a first down for Bedford.
He's quick.
Actually, we saw during the warm-ups, we saw some of these Bedford players doing flips, like Ozzie Smith used to do for the St. Louis Cardinals. Say, whatever happened to the St. Louis Cardinals?
Fortunately, the hub was very strong, Boston strong.
Yeah, big parade coming up tomorrow. Lots of folks are going to be in there. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Bedford. They have the ball at their own 41-yard line. 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Bedford leading 7-0. There's the handoff to Abner, and he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage as 4 defenders get on top of him and push him back. One of the defenders, Peter Green.
2nd and 10.
On the play, Dylan Guthrow was there as well.
Maybe he picked up a yard. 2nd and 9 to 42.
Down to 1:50 to go in the first quarter of play as the Buccaneers line it up. They have the backs split. Wing back on the left-hand side. And there's the snap. And they hand it over to the right. And it's the Buccaneers get the ball up to about the 50-yard line. That was quite the play by the Bedford Buccaneers.
Yeah, that was Aaron Lee to carry the ball.
And Lee was very explosive.
He's going to be shy of the first down. He picked up 8. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Ball is just over the Bedford 45-yard line with 1:16 to go here in the first quarter of play. So 3rd and 1 for Bedford. And yes, we have seen some fast players. Lee and Abner. Those are 2 to keep an eye on. 3 backs for Bedford as they get ready for the snap. And there's the handoff as they give it to Abner, who drives straight ahead. And he picked up enough for a first down. 48 seconds to go in the first quarter of play as they spot the ball at the Newburyport 47-yard line. With the Bedford Buccaneers leading Newburyport 7-0. As they line it up, McDonald, one of the backs, along with Abner. The quarterback is Zampel. Zampel takes the snap. Oh, and he gets taken down. In on the tackle was Dylan Guthrow.
Wow. They almost caused a fumble on that, too. Quick job by Guthrow to get in there. And that was about a 5-yard loss for Zampel.
Back is by number 56,
You can see Dylan Guthrow saying, "You think you guys are fast? Watch this." And he just blew right in there. Clock down to 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Quick snap. Zampel pitches it over to Abner on the near side. Abner tries to turn the corner, and he gets the ball close to the Newburyport 45. Should be enough for a first down.
No. Be 3rd and 10.
Oh, that's right. Time runs out in the first quarter of play with Bedford leading Newburyport by a score of 7-0. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends, WNBP. Start the second quarter of play, and the Bedford Buccaneers have the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 9, or 3rd and 8 for the Buccaneers. They have the ball at the Newburyport 45-yard line. Just getting underway. First play of the second quarter. Pitch out to Abner. Runs around on the right-hand side, and he jumps up, tries to jump over a defender. Gets the ball down to about the 35-yard line. And another first down for Bedford. So the Buccaneers come up with another first down with 10:47 to go here in the second quarter of play as Zampel brings the play in from the sideline. Seems like Abner's been able to find room on the outside.
Yeah, he's got 71 yards and 9 carries. He's quick.
All right, Zampel gets set, takes the snap, and he hands it off to McDonald, who ran right. And McDonald gets the ball down to about the 31-yard line, the Newburyport 31.
4 yards to the 31.
So he picks up 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for Bedford with 10:10 to go in the second quarter of play. So McDonald on the run there. This time they ran right tackle. Backs are in the I formation, and there's the snap over to Abner on the far side. And he cuts down the field. He gets the first down. As he gets taken out of bounds at about the 20, it looks like about the 22.
Boy, they pitched that to get him on the outside. He's got a head start turning that corner, and he picks up some good yardage. He's going to be down 22, 9-yard pickup for Abner.
So 9:42 to go in the second quarter of play. Bedford with a lead of 7-0. Abner being very active. Here's the pitch to Abner this time, but he gets taken down by Trevor Bradbury in the backfield. A loss of some yardage on that one. Boy, Bradbury blew right in there.
That's a couple of times Bradbury's been back there to stop him for some yardage. That time he lost 3.
And they'll spot the ball at about the Newburyport 25-yard lines. Newburyport takes a timeout, 9:19 to go in the second quarter of play. The score is Bedford 7, Newburyport nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends, WNBP. We're back here at Bedford High School, and there's the handoff to Abner, who runs right, and he picks up some hard-earned yardage, but he doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a third down play coming up for the Bedford Buccaneers with 9:03 to go in the second quarter. As they quickly set it up again, 3 backs, and they hand it off to Abner, who runs left this time, and he gets wrapped up. And not enough for a first down. Maybe they got back up to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they went to the line quick on that. Not much time in between, but no, it looks like going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah,
4th and 10.
Spot the ball at the Newburyport 21-yard line. 8:36 to go. So it's at the 21, and they may as well go for it. They have the lead, and they have the speed.
4th and 10.
So the ball at the Newburyport 21-yard line as the Bedford Buccaneers line it up. Zampel at quarterback. He has a single back. And there's the snap. He wants to throw, and he throws to the right side. Oh, it's incomplete. That pass was intended for Olin Abner. Abner was down right around the 5-yard line and too far for him to reach. So they turn the ball over on downs, and Newburyport gets it at their own 21. 8:05 to go here in the second quarter of play. It's a little unexpected right there.
Well, with 3rd and 10, they probably figure it's a little bit long, and he showed the first time he passed to McDonald for 17 yards. He's got a pretty good arm, and maybe they figured Newburyport were looking for the run.
Well, this time the Newburyport Clippers have the ball at their own 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for Newburyport. 8:05 to go in the second quarter. They hand the ball off to Bradbury, who runs right, and Bradbury gets the ball up to about the 25-yard line. 26 is where they are going to be marking it. So they mark it at the 26 and a gain of 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Newburyport.
Bradbury's got 50 yards and 7 carries, and Abner has 81 yards and 13 carries.
7:35 to go in the second quarter of play. Clippers send 3 receivers out onto the near side on the left. All right, Shea throws to the right, and it's picked off by McDonald. He picks it off at about the 25-yard line, and he takes it in for the score. So the Bedford Buccaneers intercept the pass, and they turn it into a touchdown. 7:16 to go in the second quarter of play, and right now Bedford leading Newburyport 13-0 at Saborn Field in Bedford, home of the Buccaneers.
So McDonald's recovered a fumble and picked off an interception.
So now the Buccaneers will go for the extra point. This is Branson Leonard, and the snap is down, and the kick is no good. It's wide to the left. 7:16 to go in the second quarter of play. It's Bedford 13, Newburyport nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football playoff action live in the Legends, WNBP.
McDonald's one of the co-captains along with Abner.
Bordeaux along with Pacheco back to receive for Newburyport with 7:16 to go here in the second quarter of play. As Bedford gets set to kick it off, they have a 13-0 lead. End over end, and it's picked up by Bordeaux. Bordeaux runs to the right. He's at the 20, and he gets taken down right around the 20-yard line.
But a good strong kicker. Hayes kicks off. He's got a good strong leg. Got it down to the 10-yard line.
So 7:07 to go in the second quarter of play here at Bedford High School. Newburyport trailing 13-0.
Newburyport 1st and 10 on their own 21.
And this is one of 3 high school playoff games going on this weekend. We'll tell you about the others a little bit later on. 1st and 10 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 21-yard line. There's the handoff, and the Clippers run straight ahead. Trevor Bradbury. He picks up a first down. He's really having himself quite a nice game.
Yeah, Bradbury got that ball to the 30, let me see, 40, 30, 34. 13 yards and a first down.
And we have just under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter of play. Newburyport Clippers want to get something going here. They don't want to get into the half trailing by 13 points. They want to at least cut that in half. Send a couple of players out on the near side left. Northey in the slot is Bordeaux. And there's the snap, given to Bradbury, who got away from some defenders, ran to his left, and then gets taken down at about the Newburyport 36. That was a nice second effort by Bradbury. As it's picks up about 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for Newburyport with 6:18 to go in the second quarter of play. So Peter Green goes off for Newburyport as Shea brings the play in from the sideline.
Bradford's done all the carrying for Newburyport except once when Shea carried the ball, so it's been all Bradbury. Might see an end around with Pacheco later on. We haven't seen that for a while.
Well, there's the handoff, and the Clippers bring it up the field, and they get it over the 50-yard line down to about the 45. Ethan Northey with the carry there. He hasn't carried the ball much this
Not
year.
for a while. He a couple of games earlier in the year he did a lot, but then he didn't.
Game to the Bedford High School 46.
So that spots the ball at the Bedford 46-yard line with 5:40 to go in the second quarter of play. Bedford leading Newburyport 13-0. It's 1st and 10 for the Clippers. So Pacheco is going to be lining up wide on the left-hand side. The backs are in the I formation for Newburyport. Shea under center, gets ready, takes the snap, hands it off to the first runner through. That's Bradbury. Bradbury gets the ball down to about the Bedford 41-yard line. So a pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Newburyport with 5:06 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, when the Clippers hold on to the ball, they've been moving it. They've had 6 first downs so far, and they moved the ball on the ground.
That's right. They gave up a fumble that Bedford eventually turned into a touchdown. They threw an interception that Bedford turned into a touchdown. 4:44 to go in the second quarter of play. Newburyport trailing 13-0. Shea takes the snap, runs to his right with the ball, and did he get a first down?
I think he picked it up. Depends on where they mark it. Looked like he made it, though.
Looks like they'll spot the ball
I don't know.
at the Bedford 36-yard line.
He might be just short now. I thought he had it picked up, and his knee must have hit down, and they're going to measure. It looks like he might be just a dite short.
Well, they're not far from the chains, so that won't take much time to bring the chains out to measure that. It's on the far side of the field where the chains are. 4:23 to go here in the second quarter of play as they stretch out the chains, and it looks like they missed by a couple of links.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of the Three Stooges skit, the missing link.
Yeah.
That was Curly, wasn't it?
I think it was that you mentioned, but something I get them mixed up.
Oh. All right, 4:23 to go. Bedford High School band getting set for the halftime show. They've got quite the sizable band.
Yeah, I noticed them in the stands there. Took up a pretty good-sized section of the stands. 3rd and less than a yard.
4:23 to go in the second quarter of play. Backs are in the I formation. Shea looks around, gets ready for the snap. There he is, and he drives it forward, and he's picked up the first down as he gets the ball over the Bedford 35-yard line, just inside the 35. And with 4:16 to go in the second quarter, Bedford leading 13-0. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Newburyport. So the Clippers have the ball right around the Bedford 35-yard line. As they adjust the ball, they put it right on the 35 with 4:06 to go in the second quarter. Bradbury in the backfield. He's the deep back for the Clippers. 2 receivers on the left-hand side. Shea gets ready for the snap. He hands it off to Bradbury, who runs left, hits traffic, and he tried to get away, but he got caught by the defense and taken down right around the line of scrimmage.
Good effort that time. He got hit, he bounced back, but he still just couldn't, not enough room to maneuver.
3:37 to go in the second quarter of play. Newburyport trailing 13-0 as they spot the ball at the Bedford 35.5-yard line.
2nd and 10 for the Clippers.
So the Triton Vikings, they have a playoff game going on today. Pentucket tomorrow. Triton's at home tonight Pentucket's at home tomorrow. They have a 2 o'clock game. All right, the backs adjust as Shea gets ready for the snap. And he brings the ball over to the near side. Oh, he tried to pitch it off over to Bradbury. Loose ball and a scramble on the field. Let's see who recovered.
I think maybe Bajenko recovered it.
I think Bradbury recovered it just before they snapped. The backs adjusted, and they switched positions on the field. And then just as Shea got hit at the line, he pitched the ball out to Bradbury. It wasn't a clean pitch, but Bradbury was able to recover, and it worked out well. They were able to keep the ball. They lost yardage, but they still have the ball. It's 3rd and about 13 to go for Newburyport. They have the ball at the Bedford 38-yard line with 2:19 to go.
Passing situation here.
Shea goes back to pass. He rolls to his right, puts it up in the air, and did he catch it? Yes, the pass complete to Northey right around the Bedford 25-yard line, but I don't think it was enough for a first down.
No, it's going to be short. Picked up about 12, I guess. 4th and 1.
So the Clippers trailing 13-0 with 1:50 to go here in the second quarter of play. 4th and 1. They have the ball at the Bedford 26-yard line. And it looks like everybody still has their timeouts remaining here in the first half. Clippers have 2 receivers off on the left side, 1 on the right side. Backs are in the I formation. And a flag thrown just as the play gets snapped.
Newburyport might have been in motion here. I don't know. They blew the whistle before the snap, so it would make me think it was. Yep.
So the Clippers get called for false start with 1:27 to go in the first half of play. And that spots the ball back in the Bedford 31-yard line, so that makes it 4th and 6 for Newburyport with 1:23 to go in the second quarter.
That's the first penalty of the game against either team.
And that was
bad time for it.
Oh, horrible time for that penalty. They were close to a first down. Now they have 6 yards to go. They have Northey split wide to the right-hand side. Bajenko on the left-hand side. Backs are in the I formation. Shea looks, passes over to the far side. It's incomplete. Looking for Ethan Northey. Northey wasn't able to do it. If he had caught it, he would have had enough for a first down, but the Clippers turn the ball over and downs with 59 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, the pass was kind of high.
So Bedford with a lead of 13-0. They get the ball back. They have the ball at their own 31-yard line with 59 seconds to go in the second quarter. Bedford leading 13-0. 3 backs for the Buccaneers. They send a man in motion as Zampel under center turns around, takes a snap, and he hands it off to Abner, who goes straight ahead into the pile, and he gets the ball up to about the Bedford 35-yard line.
And Bedford calls timeout. I'll tell you, Bedford with their speed, they could score from almost anywhere on the field.
49 seconds to go in the first half of play. They spot the ball at the Bedford, inside the, just over the Bedford 35-yard line. As the Buccaneers want to make sure they get this right, they would love to come up with one score late here in the first half. All right, 3 backs for the Buccaneers. Zampel gets set. It's 2nd and 5. There's the handoff over to Abner, who runs right, and Abner gets taken down. Bradbury in on the tackle. Also in on the tackle for Newburyport, Tyler Tarian. And it's going to be 3rd and about 3 for Bedford with 32 seconds to go in the second quarter. They spot the ball at the Bedford 38-yard line. Clock continuing to wind itself down.
Yeah, they called the one timeout, but that was it. They didn't call any more after that, and they're just looking around. They don't look at doing in much of a hurry.
So the quarterback, Zampel, looking over towards the sideline. Maybe he's just trying to kill some time as the clock winds down. You've got 5 seconds left on the clock. As he gets set, they send a man in motion, and
Delay.
now the Buccaneers get called for delay.
I kind of understand that, but anyway.
But no time left on the clock, so the officials, of course, keep time down on the field.
3 seconds, I think he said.
So they add a little bit of time to the clock, 2 seconds on the clock, and that'll wrap it up the first half.
Quarterback will probably just down it here.
So Zampel takes the snap and downs it, and that's it. We have completed one half of play here at Saborn Field, home of the Buccaneers in Bedford. And the Bedford High School Buccaneers, well, they lead the Newburyport Clippers 13-0.
Port Media would like to thank the following sponsors without whom the coverage of high school sports would not be possible. Institution for Savings, who also sponsors the player of the game. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant. Pentucket Medical. Appleton Eye Associates. Newburyport 5-cent Savings Bank. Port City Sandwich Company. And Nick's Pizza, who also is the Feed the Crew sponsor. Port Media greatly appreciates their support. If you are interested in sponsoring local programming, contact me, Sarah Hayden, at 978-961-0350.
The Newburyport Clippers are getting set to kick it off to start the second half. Clippers receive the ball to start the game. Bedford has the lead of 13-0, so the Buccaneers with the lead, and they are going to be getting the ball to start the second half here. All right, there's the kick by Trego, and it comes down right around the 10-yard line. A pickup by Abner. Abner runs up the field, and he is a quick one. Look at him go. He's up to about the 35-yard line. Return of about, we'll say, what, about 15, 20 yards?
Yeah, basically, he turned that. I think he picked up about the 15-yard line, almost a little more than that, yeah. Because he's up to the 35-yard line, almost 20 yards, yeah, just about 20. So it's a 35-yard line. Buccaneers take over, 1st and 10.
And just underway here in the third quarter of play. 10:49 on the clock.
35.
As the Buccaneers get set. Joe Zampel is the quarterback. And we saw a lot of action in the first half from Olin Abner. Also Bobby McDonald as well. Backs are split behind Zampel at quarterback. 1st and 10. And there's the snap, and they hand it off. They run straight ahead. The ball given to Bob McDonald. And McDonald gets the ball to the Bedford 39-yard line. So a second down play coming up for the Bedford Buccaneers. 10:34 to go here in the third quarter of play. Bedford leading 13-0. All right, the Buccaneers break the huddle. They have three receivers split out to the near side left. One back, and a whistle, a timeout. The Buccaneers want to take a timeout to talk this one out. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, something must not have clicked with who was out there. They didn't like the setup or something.
I don't remember them setting up with three receivers on the left side so far in today's game, but let's see what they do. 10:17 to go here in the third quarter of play, and the score is 13-0. Bedford with the lead over the Newburyport Clippers at Bedford High School. First round of the playoffs, the MIAA playoffs, Division 4 North sectionals. Different formation here. It's 2nd and 6 to go for Bedford. And there's the handoff as they run the ball left. And the ball given to Bobby McDonald. McDonald gets the ball. No, it wasn't McDonald. That was Abner. Abner got the ball to about the Bedford 48-yard line. First down for the Buccaneers. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. 1st and 10 for Bedford with the ball at their own 48-yard line. 9:58 to go as the wind starts to kick up here at Bedford High School. We are outside in the elements tonight. There's the snap. Zampel hands it off to Abner, and Abner runs left, and he gets the ball over the 45 to about the 46. Not the 46, but the Newburyport 49-yard line. So he picks up a couple of yards there. We'll give him a 3-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for Bedford with the ball at the Newburyport 49.
That's 100 yards now for Abner.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what they estimate he has done for the whole year. If this season's been anything like today's game, he's got to be among the leaders in the state.
Well, he had 1,229 yards last year. It looks like he probably topped that this year the way he's been going, although he's got one less game.
Well, there's a handoff to Bobby McDonald, and McDonald runs left. He gets the ball down to about the Newburyport 47-yard line.
3rd and 5.
So 8:51 to go in the third quarter of play. Bedford leading Newburyport 13-0. We do have one score that we could pass along. The partial score in the first half, we'll say late in the first half, with Triton leading Watertown 8-0. That game being played in Byfield. Third down play, there's the handoff, and they give the ball over to Aaron Lee. Lee runs down on the far sideline, and he's at the 20. He gets bumped by the Newburyport Clippers. In on the play was Ethan Northey, and Lee was able to pick up a few more yards after that, I think.
Boy, he's got some speed to burn.
Looks like a flag on the field. Toss it about the Newburyport 39-yard line. And everybody's walking back. So the Bedford Buccaneers get called for holding, so that negates that. And 8:20 to go here in the third quarter of play. They'll mark off the yards against the Buccaneers. As they mark it off at the spot of the infraction, that pushes the ball back to the Newburyport 48-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for Bedford. Instead of a first down, they are looking at a 3rd and 6.
Good break for the Clippers.
Yeah, they do know that Mr. Lee has some speed. All right, Zampel has a man in motion. There's the, now he hangs on to it. Now he puts it up in the air, and it is a flag thrown right around the 20.
It looks like the offensive player ran into the Newburyport player there, but we'll see what the way they call it.
Not quite sure. Dan Fay was down there. He was the intended receiver.
Looks like it might have been offense. But
and, yeah, it looks like it is against the Bedford Buccaneers as they move back further.
No, it's against Newburyport. It's only a 10-yard penalty, but it'll be enough for the first down.
15-yard penalty.
No, it's only 10.
So they mark that penalty against Newburyport. And they do that one, pass interference from the line of scrimmage then, huh?
Yeah, it goes from the line of scrimmage if it's more than, it's a 15-yard penalty. It's a spot foul if it's less than 15 yards. So they get a first down.
And that puts the ball at the Newburyport 33-yard line with 8:10 to go in the third quarter of play. Bedford leading Newburyport 13-0. The Buccaneers are on the march.
Yeah, that ball was underthrown, and as the receiver came back, he ran into the Newburyport player. That's why they call interference.
There's the handoff to Abner, who runs right, and he gets the ball down to about the Newburyport 30-yard line. So it's going to be a second down play coming up for Bedford. And Abner picks up a couple of yards on that. We'll call it 2nd and 7. The ball spotted at the Newburyport 30-yard line. So the Buccaneers line it up. They have one receiver split off wide to the left. And they send a man in motion. That's McDonald. And they hand the ball off to... The ball got handed off to Aaron Lee. Lee didn't show any speed that time as he got wrapped up by the Newburyport defense right away. Lost a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Bedford with 7:13 to go in the third quarter of play. Bedford leading Newburyport 13-0. There's the snap, quick pass over to Abner, and he gets hit by Trevor Bradbury right away. What a game Bradbury's had as he was able to knock down Abner just after he made the catch. Another Newburyport player in on the play as well. That was Dylan Guthrow.
4th down and 7. The ball just inside the 30-yard line.
So that spots the ball at the Newburyport 30. It's going to be a 4th down play for Bedford. 4th and about 7. Call it. All right, the back is Bob McDonald. As Sampel takes a snap, goes back, looks to his left, puts the ball up in the air. It is knocked down.
Oh, nice job by Bajeko.
Yeah, Jonathan Bajeko was able to jump up in the air and knock that ball to the ground. That was intended for Dan Fay, and an incomplete pass. And Bedford turns the ball over on downs, so Newburyport gets the ball, and they'll get the ball at their own 30-yard line with 6:19 to go in the third quarter of play.
Yeah, the receiver was open, but Bajeko went up with one hand and knocked the ball down. If the pass was thrown a little further, it would have been a touchdown, but nice play by Bajeko.
And that was probably one of the ones you didn't want to intercept. You just wanted to knock it down.
Right.
All right, the Clippers. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. They trail 13-0. They need to get something going here. First down play, 1st and 10. Pitch out to Bradbury on the far side, and he runs along the sidelines, and he gets taken down. Looks like he was able to get over the 40, but I don't think so.
No, I think he might have stepped out about this spotting at about the 38.
So the Clippers looking at a second down play right now with 6:09 to go in the third quarter. They have it at the Newburyport 38-yard line, a gain of about 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
So the Clippers get set here. The clock, did somebody take a timeout?
No, he might, I don't know.
Clock stopped.
No, well, he might have got out of bounds on the play, but then Newburyport's calling timeout. I think he signaled Newburyport.
We'll try. So Shea comes in from the sidelines as he tries to bring the play here. And we have a halftime score. Triton is leading Watertown by a point, 8-7.
Oh.
All right, here it goes. It's 2nd and 2 for Newburyport with the ball at the Newburyport 38-yard line. And Newburyport hands the ball off to Trevor Bradbury, and I don't think he was able to make it.
No, I think he's a little bit short there, but he's still got 3rd down to go.
6 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Newburyport trailing Bedford 13-0. So it's going to be 3rd and less than a yard for the Newburyport Clippers. The ball just shy of the Newburyport 40.
Last time it was like this. It was a quarterback sneak by Shea.
All right, the Clippers step up to the line with 5:34 to go. There's the snap, and Shea runs left, and he's got it. First down for Newburyport as they bring the ball to the Newburyport 41-yard line. So Triton with a 1-point lead at the half over Watertown.
5:22 to go in the third. That's a big break for the Clippers as that long run by Bedford that last round was called back because of a penalty. And the Clippers now hopefully can capitalize on that. They couldn't afford to go down by 3 touchdowns.
All right, they have the backs in the I formation. 1st and 10 with the ball at the 46-yard line. There's the snap, and Shea pitches it down to the last minute, but didn't get any good yardage for the Newburyport Clippers. The pitch went over to Northey, or no, Peter Green, rather. Yeah, that was Green, wasn't it?
It was Northey, number 20.
Northey, okay.
Yeah, 1 yard.
Green was out there blocking, but Northey with the ball, and he picks up about a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Newburyport. They have the ball at the Newburyport 42-yard line with 4:32 to go in the third quarter. Newburyport trailing 13-0 here in this quarterfinal round of playoff game, the MIAA, Bedford High School. All right, Shea brings the play in from the sideline as the Clippers step up to the line. Drew Bordeaux lining up wide on the far side, left. There's the snap. Little pitch over to Pacheco. And Pacheco has himself a first down, and he gets tripped up, and he goes down right around the 35-yard line of the Bedford Buccaneers.
That's a play I mentioned earlier. I thought you might see the Clippers run. They haven't done that for a while. And Pacheco picked up
15 yards
13 yards on that play.
So that gives Newburyport the first down, and that spots the ball at the
12 yards.
Bedford 46-yard line with 3:49 to go in the third quarter play. A couple more plays like that for Newburyport, and things will be looking good. 2 backs for the Clippers. You have Bradbury there along with Green. And Shea takes the snap, and he gets hauled down in the backfield. Oh, a big play by the Bedford defense. So Mike Shea gets taken down, a big loss for the Newburyport Clippers. That brings the ball back to the Newburyport 44-yard line, and that was a loss of about 10 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try to pass, and they just didn't get a chance to it. He kept going backwards and sacked for a 10-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 20.
With 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play, Newburyport trailing by 13-0. So here we go, 2nd down play coming up for Newburyport. Backs are in the I formation. Shea under center, takes the snap, goes back, looking, puts it up in the air, and it is incomplete, right around the 20-yard line.
Nice coverage by Bedford as they had 2 people on Northey on that play.
Yeah, Ethan Northey jumped for it, and he tried, but when you're outnumbered 2-1, it's tough to catch that ball. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter of play, and they bring the ball back, and they put it down at the Newburyport 44-yard line as the wind kicks up again with 2:40 to go here in the third quarter.
It's the first time really Shea had some time to throw. And the throw was there, it was just two defenders on him, broke it up.
So it's going to be 3rd and 20 for Newburyport as Shea brings the play in from the sideline. 2:40 to go in the third quarter.
The defense should be coming in hard on this play. The Clippers have used a draw in this situation a couple of times in the first half.
4 receivers for Newburyport. Shea right down the middle of the field. It's caught by Newburyport right around the 35.
That's going to be a
Pass
first down,
complete
too.
to Drew Bordeaux. What a nice catch. He just jumped up in the air and hauled it in.
Yep. 21-yard completion.
So the Clippers get a first down. That brings the ball to the Bedford 35-yard line with 2:25 to go in the third quarter of play. Newburyport is trailing 13-0. All right, they break huddle. And now there is apparently going to be a timeout on the field.
That's Newburyport's second.
Saw one of the Newburyport players run off the field after the huddle. So this is a critical series for the Newburyport Clippers. They need to get a touchdown as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they got to get on the board here because, you know, two touchdowns down and knowing Bedford can move the ball. You don't want to give them a third touchdown lead. So if you get a score here, you get back into it, then it can happen. Put a little more pressure on Bedford.
1st and 10 for Newburyport at the Bedford 35. There's the handoff to Bradbury. Bradbury gets the ball down to about the Bedford 30-yard line.
Bradbury carries inside the 30, brought down by Abner.
So a nice pickup of about 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5 to go for Newburyport with 1:55 to go in the third quarter of play.
Clippers down to the 30.
Yeah, Bajeko along with Bordeaux lining up wide on the outside on the far side of the field. Northey on the near side of the field. There's the snap, and there's a fumble in the backfield. It's covered up by the Newburyport Clippers. Trevor Bradbury, just as Shea was going to pitch it over to Bradbury, he got hit and the ball popped loose. Bradbury was alert enough to be able to run back and catch it. Nobody was around him. So good heads-up play by the Newburyport Clippers, but they lose ground and the ball gets put back to the Bedford 41.
Yeah, 3rd and 16.
And 1:11 to go in the third quarter for the Newburyport Clippers, with them trailing 13-0. That was a tough play to see happen for Newburyport.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball, lost a little momentum here. They got to hurry here right now. Get this ball in play. They've taken a long time to get the play in.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter of play.
Timeout. Yeah.
And timeout for Newburyport.
Yeah, they took too much time on that one. That's their third timeout this half.
So I guess on the scoreboard, what we thought were timeouts aren't timeouts.
I guess not.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know what those threes are.
Oh, well. So at the half, we had the score for Triton and Watertown. Triton with a 1-point lead, 8-7. They went for that 2-point conversion. They got it. All right, so it's 3rd and 16 for Newburyport. 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Newburyport with the ball at the Bedford 41-yard line. There's the snap. Shea goes back, rolls to his left. He's getting chased, and he hangs on to the ball. He gets hit, spun around, and he gets taken down inside the 40. So it's going to be a 4th down play coming up for the Newburyport Clippers. They'll spot the ball at the Bedford 36-yard line.
Yeah.
38-yard line.
Up 38, that's where they adjusted. With 20 seconds to go here, it's going to be 4th and 13 for the Newburyport Clippers. All right, let's see what they can do. They might just let the clock run out here, and they're down to under 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. Of course, they keep the official time on the field. And I guess the official time on the field and the official time on the clock match. So that's it. That's the end of the third quarter of play with the score, Bedford 13, Newburyport nothing. We'll take a timeout. You are listening to high school football playoff action live on the Legends, WNBP. We're back here at Bedford High School. Wynn Damon along with Richie Eaton, our engineer, Mad Knight. It's 4th and 13 for Newburyport as we start the fourth quarter. Shea puts the ball up in the air, far side of the field. It's incomplete, right around the 25-yard line. Pass was intended for Ethan Northey. So on that 4th down play, the Clippers didn't get enough for a first down. They turned the ball over on downs, and Bedford gets the ball at their own 38. So 10:53 to go here in the game, the fourth quarter, 10:53 to go. And Bedford gets the ball back. They have the lead of 13-0. And now Newburyport, all of a sudden, they're looking at a uphill battle.
Yeah, they needed a score there.
So the Buccaneers break the huddle, and let's see what they can do. We know that they have a running game, and we also know that the running games tend to chew up the clock.
Right, each team only had the ball once that last quarter.
3 backs in for Bedford. As Sam Pell hands it to the middle back. And that's Abner. He runs the ball straight ahead as he gets the ball up to about the 43-yard line.
5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 at the 43.
Down to 10:38 to go in the game. Newburyport trailing Bedford 13-0.
Abner's up to 108 yards rushing in 19 carries.
All right, Zampel brings the play in from the sideline as the clock starts winding itself down. 3 backs for the Buccaneers, all lined up in the I formation. There's the handoff. They hand it off to Abner again, who runs straight ahead, and
Wow.
he brings a lot of people with him, and he also picks up a first down.
Not only is he fast, he's powerful. That was a powerful run.
Yeah, a very powerful run as he gets the ball over the midfield stripe and down to about the Newburyport 47-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Bedford. 10 minutes to go in the ball game, and the Buccaneers looking to close in and to get one more score on the board. They would love to do that, as well as chew up as much time as they can.
You can see that we talked about their defense beginning of the game only allowed 5 points a game, and you can see why.
All right, there's the snap, and they hand the ball off, and this time the ball goes over to Bob McDonald. McDonald runs right, and he picks up about 5 yards or so. As he brings the ball
6 yards to the 41.
down to about the Newburyport 41-yard line.
Another thing that helps their defense so well is their offense has the ball, keeps it on the ground, runs the clock down, so there's less time for the other team to run the ball.
So
Good offense helps the good defense.
So it's going to be 2nd and 4 for Bedford. And there's the handoff to Abner, who runs right, and Abner has 4 Newburyport defenders on top of him. Stopped him from getting a first down. He's inside the 40-yard line.
This might be measured here. It's going to be close.
Well, it looks like he got the ball down to about the Newburyport 37-yard line.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and they want to bring the chains out across the field.
Could be less than a yard if he didn't make it.
So we'll let you know that Pentucket, they have a playoff game tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be at 2 o'clock. They take on Hamilton Wenham in West Newbury.
Buccaneer first down.
And Abner was able to pick up a first down for
36-yard line.
the Bedford Buccaneers. And with 8:47 to go in the game and a 13-0 lead, Bedford controls the ball as they close in on the red zone.
8:45 to go in the game. They're going to keep that ball on the ground.
So Bedford leading 13-0. And they are taking their time as they break the huddle. They have a couple of backs. They are split. As Zampel at quarterback under center. Gets set. Long count. There's the snap, the turnaround. They hand it off to Bobby McDonald. McDonald runs right. Gets the ball down over the 35 to about the 34. And the clock goes down to 8:13 to go in the game. Pickup of about 4 yards, or 3 yards. So we'll call it 2nd and 7 for Bedford with the ball at the Newburyport 34-yard line.
Clippers could use a turnover right now.
Well, Bedford took advantage of the turnovers that they were able to force, and they turned them into touchdowns.
You know, a couple times in the first half, Bedford fumbled it, bounced right back to him.
You get all types of funny bounces on the artificial turf, don't you?
Yeah, it really does.
All right, Zampel looking over at the bench as time rolls down to 7:35. And now Bedford takes a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout, too. 7:34 to go in the game. It's Bedford 14 and Bedford 13 and Newburyport nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football playoff action live on the Legends, WNBP.
McDonald.
There's the handoff, and McDonald runs right, and he gets inside the 30-yard line. Close to a first down. 7:28 to go in the game. 13-0. Bedford with a lead over Newburyport. And McDonald does pick up a first down for Bedford. So he must have quite a bit of yardage, too.
Yeah, McDonald with those 7 yards, he's got 26 and 6 carries. And Aaron Lee has 3 carries for 16 yards, 122 for Abner.
122 yards, wow. It's a lot. 7:11 to go here in the contest. Bedford with a lead of 13-0. First round of the playoffs over the Newburyport Clippers. Zampel under center takes the snap, turns around, and he hands it off to McDonald, who runs right, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You know, they grind it out. Not big gainers, 3-4 yards at a whack. They've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4 offensive plays in double figures. Where last week against Saugus, I think Newburyport had like 15 plays over 10 yards. It's a big difference.
Well, 6:36 to go in the game as the Clippers
Second and 9, just inside the 25.
are looking at the Bedford Buccaneers. They have the ball at the Newburyport 25-yard line. It's 2nd and 9. Backs are in the I formation. Zampel gets set, takes the snap, and he rolls to his right, puts the ball up in the air, caught in the end zone. Michael Hayes making the catch. A 25-yard touchdown play, a pass from Zampel to Hayes. 6:07 to go in the game. And that makes it 19-0 Bedford over the Newburyport Clippers.
Nice pass that time, and Hayes was wide open.
And that way the Bedford Buccaneers just playing with the Newburyport Clippers with run, then all of a sudden a pass play, and they were able to make it count. Here's the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good. So 6:07 to go in the game, and the Bedford Buccaneers have a 20-0 lead over the Newburyport Clippers. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football playoff action live on the Legends, WNBP. Well, we're back at Saborn Field, Bedford High School, as the Newburyport Clippers are trailing 20-0 to the Bedford Buccaneers. First round of the MIAA playoffs this year, as the Buccaneers just scored on a pass play. There's the kickoff, and the Clippers have the ball at the 30-yard line. This is Trevor Bradbury. Bradbury fighting it. He's at the up to about the 45-yard line. So what a nice run by Trevor Bradbury.
Yeah, he went 20, picked up from the 25 to 45, but he picked up 20, but he ran about 40 yards back and forth. So good, the best field position the Clippers have had at their own 45, but they trailed 20-0 with 5:55 to go.
And I suppose if we had to pick a player of the game for the Newburyport Clippers, I would say Trevor Bradbury would have to be in the running right now.
I think you got that right, Win. He's definitely had a good game for the Clippers. He's coming in close to 100 yards. He's got 85 now, plus some good defensive plays as well. Good return there.
All right, it's 1st and 10 for Newburyport with the ball at the Newburyport 45-yard line. Clippers trailing 20-0. Shea takes the snap, throws, and it's complete. Pass is complete. And Ty Terrian gets the ball down to about the Bedford 45-yard line, and that's enough for a first down.
11-yard gain on the first down.
5:46 to go in the game. Newburyport down by 3 touchdowns. So again, we only had a halftime score, but Triton leading by a point over Watertown in Byfield. Pentucket takes on Hamilton Wenham in a playoff game tomorrow afternoon at 2 at Pentucket High School. All right, there's the snap. Shea throws to the far side, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Bajako. He leaned back to try to catch that one, try to one-hand it. It just didn't work. But that stops the clock with 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter. So Bedford High School, I guess they are in the midst of a rebuilding project right now. But they do have the artificial turf on the field, and it's been working out very well for the school.
Timeout, Bedford.
So the Buccaneers call a timeout with 5:15 to go, and we'll take a timeout too. The score is Bedford 20, Newburyport nothing. You're listening to high school football playoff action live on the Legends WNBP. Clippers have the ball at the Bedford 45-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Newburyport. Ty Terrian lined up wide on the left side. Shea takes the snap, gets under pressure, gets the ball off to Bradbury. Bradbury on the near side, and he gets taken down right around the Bedford 35-yard line.
I think it's going to be enough for first down. It looks like he get over there.
Yeah, I think if they spot it in the right place, yep, they got the first down. So 5:05 to go in the game. And Newburyport has the first down. 1st and 10 at the Bedford 34-yard line. Yeah, prior to tonight's game, we had a chance to check all the scores for the Bedford Buccaneers. And yeah, they really do have a tough defense.
Yeah, they really do. In a game they lost to Concord Carlisle. Concord Carlisle was undefeated. The game was a 10-7 game.
So there's the handoff to Bradbury, who runs straight ahead. He shakes off one tackler on the near side, down the sideline, and he gets bumped out of bounds right around the 15. So Trevor Bradbury with a nice gainer there with 4.5 minutes to go in the game.
Gives him 104 yards rushing.
First down, Clippers.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Newburyport. They spot the ball at the Bedford 16-yard line. So Newburyport trailing 20-0 as Shea comes in with the play from the sideline. See what the Clippers can do with this. As they break the huddle, they have 2 receivers split out wide to the far side, 2 on the near side, 1 back. That's Bradbury. Shea under center, takes the snap, goes back, quick throw over the far side, is complete to Pacheco at the 10, inside the 10, and he gets taken down. Not enough for a first down, but a nice gainer nonetheless. Looks like they'll spot it at the Bedford 9-yard line with 4:14 to go in the game.
At the 9-yard line.
So the Clippers in the red zone. You have Northey and Pacheco on the far side. And there's the snap. Quick pass over the far side again. Pacheco cuts to his left, and he gets down inside the 5. Looks like he's down to about the 2. And I think that's enough for a first down.
Timeout called by Newburyport.
Timeout, Clippers.
So the Clippers call the timeout with 3:49 to go in the game, and Newburyport trailing 20-0. We'll just keep it right here to make sure that we don't miss anything. As we're in the first round of the playoffs, the MIAA playoffs for this season, a new setup from what's been happening in the past. So really the whole month of November up until, well, just before the Thanksgiving Day games, that's your playoff season right there. So 2 seasons within 1.
Wayne, do you want to mention the election coverage Tuesday night?
Absolutely. We would like to remind you that coming up on Tuesday night, Captain Carl Cash will be there along with Pete Falcone, and I assume Matt Knight, Mary Carrier will have election coverage starting at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night.
Big night.
Live on the Legends, WNBP. From, we'll start at 7 o'clock and probably have everything wrapped up by 9, the way they can count the votes these days.
Well, you could make it a little slower in Amesbury on one of the wards because it's both write-in candidates, so it might take a little while counting the ballots at that particular ward.
Oh, boy. But you have the mayoral candidates in both communities, so that'll be good. Well, there's the pitch out over to Bradbury, and he runs in for the score. 1-yard touchdown run by Trevor Bradbury with 3:43 to go in the game. And Newburyport gets on the board. It's 20-6. Trevor Bradbury with a 1-yard run. And now Brendan Trago will go for the extra point. So we get set, and there's the snap, the kick. It's up, and it is good. So it's 20-7. With Bedford having the lead over the Newburyport Clippers, 20-7, 3:43 to go. So that's right. We do have the election coverage. That's going to be on Tuesday night starting at 7 o'clock. So you want to be tuned to WNBP for that. 106.1 FM, 1450 AM, and of course online at WNBP.com. I also want to remind you about the local pulse that is going to be on WNBP, and that's on Saturday mornings at 9. And we'll have
Thank you.
interviews with the Newburyport Ward 5 candidates. And also, if I can remember correctly, Julian and Alan from the Chicoco Baking Company, they'll be on as well. And there's one other interview that's evading my memory at this moment. But it's going to be a great show, and nice to catch up with all these folks. That's the Local Pulse, Saturday mornings at 9 on the Legends WNBP. 3:43 to go in the game. Newburyport just scored a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's an onside kick by the Clippers, and it goes the necessary 10
It went
yards.
10 yards.
And the Clippers indicating that they received it, and haven't gotten the official word yet from the referees. And Newburyport recovered.
Yeah, that ball did go 10 yards and bounced back in front of the 50-yard line, but it did hit a Bedford player first, so Newburyport's ball.
So the Clippers, with 3:42 to go in the game, and they just got their first touchdown. They trailed 20-7. They did an onside kick, and they recovered it. So it's going to be Newburyport ball, and they spot it at the Newburyport 49-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Clippers. So 1st and 10 for Newburyport. And let's see what the Clippers can do. 3:42 to go in the game. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. A single back. There's the snap. Shea pitches it over to Bradbury. And he gets hauled down in the backfield. Big loss on that one. Getting taken down by the Bedford defense.
The way he was running, and I was wondering if he's going to throw a pass afterwards. It looked like he was running back, trying to handle the ball unless he had trouble with the pitch. I don't know.
I was thinking he was going to pass it, but they pushed it back to about the Newburyport 42. Now Shea back to pass, a little screen pass. It's complete.
To Green.
To Green, and he gets the ball to the 50-yard line. So that play with Bradbury, that was an unfortunate one. They needed to make some good gain on that one. Didn't happen. Now Newburyport has it 3rd and 9 with the ball at the Bedford 49-yard line. 2:53 to go in the game. There's the draw, and the Clippers hand it off, and Green runs it straight ahead. He gets the ball down to about the 42 of Bedford, and Newburyport calls a timeout. So it's Newburyport looking at a 4th and 1. With 2:42 to go, and Newburyport trailing 20-7.
That might have been their last timeout, too, Win. I'm not sure. Newburyport's been pretty good on 3rd down plays, 6 out of 9 today. In fact, they missed their last 2. They were 6 for their first 7. But I think it's 4th down and 1, and I think this might be their last timeout. I haven't seen any indication from the refs.
So 2:42, there's still plenty of time. So Newburyport's still in it, and they give them credit. They have been keeping it going. So 4th and 1 for
The Bedford
Newburyport.
people in front of us don't agree with us when we say there's plenty of time left. We're getting a dirty look back here.
Well, we've seen the play on the big. They can get those big plays going. We've seen that in the past. Yeah, all right. Shea puts the ball up in the air, and it's incomplete. So Clippers needed to make that one, and they didn't, and they turned the ball over on downs. So the Bedford Buccaneers get the ball at their own 42-yard line with 2:38 to go in the game. That was a tough one for Newburyport. All right, they spot the ball down to the Bedford 42-yard line. It's the Bedford Buccaneers leading Newburyport 20-7. And this time we would be surprised to see Bedford put the ball up in the air.
I think they'll keep the ball on the ground. Like I say, I didn't see any indication of the ref, but I thought that was Newburyport's last time out. But we'll find out if they do anything here on defense. If they do, they kind of only have one, I would say, if anything.
All right, 2:38 to go as Zampel gets set under center. Backs are in the I formation. They're in tight. There's the handoff, and they give it to the running back, Abner. Abner gets the ball to about the Bedford 44-yard line. Clock continuing to count down to 2:22. So it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Bedford Buccaneers with the ball spotted at the Bedford 44. As the Mike Hayes comes off the field for the Buccaneers. Down to 2 minutes to go in the game.
It must be no 2-minute warning.
So Zampel brings the play in. 2nd and 8 for Bedford. 3 backs. And there's the handoff to Odell, or Abner rather. And Abner gets the ball over the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
That was the report's last timeout right now.
So it'll be a 3rd down play coming up for the Bedford Buccaneers with 1:38 to go in the game.
Yep, there's the signal for their last timeout.
So 20-7, Bedford with the lead over the Newburyport Clippers.
1:38 to go in the game. And you'll see, keep it. It's 3rd down and 4 right now. Probably see Abner again, but I'm sure they'll keep it on the ground.
Again, we had one score at halftime with Triton with a 1-point lead over Watertown.
It's a 3rd down and 5 for Bedford.
And here the Bedford Buccaneers have a very comfortable lead, just trying to run the clock out against the Newburyport Clippers. 3rd and 4 with the ball at the Bedford 48-yard line. And they hand it off to Abner. He's got the 1st down, and he's inside the 35-yard line and taken out of bounds. So that was something the Clippers did not want to see happen. But a 1st down for the Bedford Buccaneers inside the Newburyport 40-yard line, spotted right at the 35 with 1:30 to go here in the game.
Abner's got 145 yards rushing now.
Odell Abner.
He's not little.
And now the Buccaneers just down the ball as they run the clock out with 1:27 to go in the contest. So they spot the ball over the Newburyport 37-yard line as the players start to congratulate themselves on the sidelines. Across the field, the Newburyport team looking very somber as the Clippers get set to watch the Buccaneers run the clock out. We're down to 50 seconds to go. There's the snap, and they down the ball once again, Zampel. So that'll make it a 3rd down. And the clock's down to 38 seconds. So the Bedford Buccaneers are going to be moving ahead into the playoffs as they have been able to defeat the Newburyport Clippers. And 20 seconds to go, and again the Buccaneers down the ball there again, and that'll make it a 4th down play, but 15 seconds left on the clock, and that's it. As the Buccaneers go out onto the field to congratulate one another to advance into the semifinals of the playoffs, the North Sectionals. And the Clippers are going to be coming in towards the 50-yard line to shake hands with the Buccaneers, a sign of sportsmanship. It was a good game, good sportsmanship game, and no chippiness on either side, so we appreciate that. We'll wrap it up, give you the final numbers after these words. The final score, though, Bedford beating Newburyport 20-7. You're listening to high school football playoff action live on the Legends, WNBP.
To whoever's editing it, it's number 5, Trevor Bradbury is the player of the game. Thank you.